Well, hello, hello. We are having that.
It is buffering. Being weird. The storms did not help. And this is brand new. Oh, there's so many lives. That's okay. Thank you, Jen. And Jen. Yeah, not sure what's happening. Can y'all hear us? How are we looking? Yeah, this is not good. Girl, okay. Give me a second. We're going to come right back. Stay with me, okay? Okay. In and out. This is crazy. This kind of trouble. And we've had some here, and we got to get our act together before. All right, we're looking for some a lot better. Does it look better? Hedgehog. Oh my gosh. We should be live not only in and we just disappeared. I think it's because it buffers and it gets me. Daz, oh my God. Let me see if I can hook this up. This is getting a little tricky here. If we need to. I just don't know how to do it. I'd have don't go anywhere. No, it's okay if it comes in here. We're gonna try.
Yes.
Oh yeah. It's yeah. Eric is really upset. It's not his fault. It's probably my fault because I'm the one in our lives because we feel like we have such a great hold on. This thing. Oh my gosh, this is awful. Here, everybody's getting here. Oh, okay, 12 people in here. Let you come in, and I'll go behind you. Green, it should be connected. Possibly. I don't know how to do that. Oh, I can turn off. Disconnect.
Still jumping in here. I think
Yeah.
that we're buffering.
I would say do it. Okay, hold on.
Just get the we really appreciate you. Everybody talk hang out. We really appreciate you hanging in there.
Wi-Fi person.
On fiber, so it should be better. So we need
better make sure I pay my bill this month.
I don't have much of the world is going on. Trying to get this. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Is that? I don't know, the greeting. I thought it was good day. Yep. You do. Merinos. Hello, hello. Let's see. Vision Acres. I see you out there. Bar Run Forge. Hedgehogs. Glad you guys were able to make it. Cha-Cha. Still see you out there.
Hold on, let me go check. You go ahead and
Altruistic.
I might have to reset
Farmstead.
If that's it, we'll lose everything and have to try it again in a minute.
Yeah.
So if we have to reset.
Oh, we got 2 bars now.
Do we?
On Wi-Fi.
Well, let me see what I can do.
All right. So it looks like the Wi-Fi is now coming back, which is good. So can you guys comment? Give me thumbs up if it looks like it's okay. Is it still buffering? Am I still grainy? Do things still look goofy? That's better. Thank you. It started acting goofy again. Just like if I said that right. So
We're gonna reset the.
we're going to please come back. We really do appreciate we have some guests. I have a robot voice.
Everything down real quick. Reset the whole thing.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead. Please come back. We're going to get ready to read. We're going to read. Technical difficulty. All right, all right. Let's see if this is helping us. Can you hear me out there? Anybody out there? Let me see some chatter, please. Let me know if this is a better signal now. Let's see. Anybody out there? I see some folks, but I don't know if it shut down or it doesn't look like it's buffering. Okay, awesome. Ryan, I see down there is, I think maybe right before you jumped in here, we had some technical difficulties. So just trying to see.
Did you get back on?
If I look okay. Do I sound okay? Okay.
Better?
Okay. Seems like it's still showing that I have a weak signal, but we're not buffering right now. So let's see if we can move on with the show. I really, really appreciate everybody jumping in here. I got my IT department back here working on some things. What's up, IT? So we got some IT. Should I just keep it like this and you can just talk from back there? You can work and thank you, Daz. I see it.
Did you see his premiere earlier?
Daz is saying that he says that it's hard for me to look as good as I do, but something, I don't know. All right. So let's try this again. We got Car Scar. I think I'm saying that right. We got Blue Collar in here. What's going on? Modest Moon Gazer, Little Garden, Big Dreams. We got Daz with My Aussie Garden and Kitchen. Go check out his premiere if you haven't checked it out yet. I didn't get a chance to watch the whole thing, but I do want some raspberries. I'm going to say that much right there. We got Blue Collar in the house. We got MT Homestead. Got Caleb Bland, one of my mentors in the YouTube world. Hey, if you want some good ideas for videos, go talk to some young folks. Them guys can come up with some really good ideas. We got Ryan up in here from Yogi Hollow, the Cow Emporium. What's going on? Mr. Marino in the house. Appreciate you coming out. Let's see, Cha-Cha.
Hey, Cha-Cha.
Let's see what else we got here. Outdoors with Big Matt. Thank you so much for coming in and checking us out.
Oh, you look good. Much better.
All right. Monica said I look good. Daz said I look good. What else do I really need?
Thank you everybody so much for coming in here because there are a lot of lives going on. I'm right here. I know. Right? You got to turn it back around.
Switching positions.
Well, I missed going over to see Aaron and Daniel over at
Bramble Hill.
Yeah. So they were on and I totally missed it because I was over in Gagne. Yeah. Okay. I was over there talking to that Eric. And then I remembered that Daniel and Aaron were on, but I literally hopped onto their live like 2 minutes before we were supposed to hop on here. So I didn't want to say hi and be all like, hi, gotta go, bye. So
all right. Red Road Homestead. What's going on? That's right. I see you out there.
What? Okay. Gotta get everybody.
Yeah. So we'll make sure we're recording everybody's names.
Yeah.
So first of all, thank you guys so much for coming in. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for waiting for us.
Thank you so much for waiting for us. It's funny. I'll do this out of order a little bit, but last night we were featured on Wide
Family Farm
with Courtney, channel with Courtney, Mahali Ranch. What's going on? Gardner Josh. What's going on? And they saw the video about the IBC totes, and she asked us a question about that. If we are prone to what's the word? Where you don't
drought?
Yeah, that's
drought.
It. Drought.
Prone to drought.
If we're prone to drought, and the thing is that tonight we were out in the garden trying to get some things done before we jumped in here. And, it's funny when you're a YouTuber because it's like you want to document everything. So I'm out there and all of a sudden the wind just like started picking up. It was like stupid, ridiculous. Like I thought like a tornado was coming. Look off on the horizon, north way. And that's Oklahoma for us up north. I see you up there, Mr. Mike from MT Homestead.
Gardener Josh is here.
What did we say? No, I was saying Mike from Empty Homestead.
Red Road Homestead. Hey.
Because he's in Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
Anybody else out there in Oklahoma? Anyway, so
Ricky Ventures. Okay, go ahead.
When I was looking north, I mean, it looked ominous. But the thing was that I was so excited because we haven't had rain in probably 6 to 8 weeks. It's been stupid around here. And the garden was so easy to weed the areas trying to get ready for the fall. And because everything's so dry, even the roots of the weeds are like, just please get us out of here.
Everything's crispy. Yeah. Gardener Josh says Oklahoma rules. The Cow Emporium is in here. Hello.
There you go, Gardener Josh. All right, Oklahoma. Ricky Ventures, you get any rain up there in Minnesota? He's not even really Minnesotan.
Is that a word? Minnesota.
I may have made that up.
Probably not.
I don't know. Is that how you say it?
Mahalo Rand says, big up to Texas.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, Lisa. Yogi Hollow's in here.
Anybody else out there been having issues with rain?
That's okay, Yogi. That's okay, Lisa.
Whether they've had issues with too much rain or not enough rain? It seems like it's always one or the other.
So I was watching Vision Acres today, and it was like a couple months ago. It was a couple videos from like 2 months ago, and she was saying how they were just getting rain on rain on rain, and it was just constant rain. And I was like, man, how long has it been since it rained here like that? Yeah. I mean, it's just stupid rain here.
So years ago, there was a movie. What was that movie called with the potatoes in South Africa or something? Remember that?
Oh, yeah. I don't remember what it is.
Anyway, it kind of made me think of that movie. I'm not going to go into about the movie, but I was closing everything up because it was so windy. And what is this?
Oh, Mr. Home Teach. I didn't see that. That's awesome. We shout out your channel last Sunday on our Sunday shout outs. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, awesome.
I missed that. We've been trying to catch as many lives and shout outs as possible. And we've been trying to find people and just kind of watch videos, but I am still catching up on watching videos for reals.
Yeah.
Little Garden, Big Dreams. Lots of rain here in Australia, not to mention the wind. Yeah, the wind is crazy.
So that's a good question about over in Australia when
Thank you, Mike, by the way.
When it rains, is it like what's the word? It's like monsoon, like it rains real hard. Because see, that's kind of the problem we face here in Texas. When it's seldom a gentle rain.
Yeah.
When it rains, it pours, and then sometimes, like if the plants are too young, they get oversaturated, and then if they're more mature and they're bigger, then a lot of times the wind and the amount of rain that's coming down would just like break. It would just break the branches.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to put some of my fall stuff in today, and that was going to just get ruined, I think.
Yeah, this
Red
woman
Road
right
Homestead,
here.
she said it was a downpour here today in Tennessee, and that's what Tim said over here, Mr. Blue Collar Homestead. You'll have rain here in West Tennessee today. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, it's funny that.
It's funny that.
Well, sometimes I gotta have to be careful because I got, after we shut this down, you and I still go to bed together.
Yeah, what are you gonna say? Mean things?
Well,
Go ahead. This girl, this lady.
I wouldn't say mean. I would say be more like truth.
Okay, truth it up.
So we're out there, and like I just said, this like tornadic wind is blowing towards us from the north. Black clouds are coming on the horizon. You see things flying through the yard, and because it's so dry, it's just like a dust storm almost.
Yeah, it was dust everywhere. The cows were running, and it was like this big batch of just dust flying ahead of them. It was kind of funny.
Yeah. So the thing is that during all that is when Monica was coming out of the greenhouse with all of her arms full of
broccoli and stuff I need to get into the ground.
This is my story.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, but we're both on here, so you're not getting it.
Anyway, Hat Creek, how you doing? Good to see you. Glad you're here.
Hey.
Thank you for coming.
Tornadic, yeah, exactly, Chelsea.
Tornadic went right.
So, if it was tornadic, I'd have been in the closet with a helmet on. It was not tornadic.
Hold on, this is still my story.
Oh.
Anyway, so here she comes, running out to the garden from the greenhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and plant the broccoli.
Oh, I had other stuff too. I had cabbage in there.
Okay, the point isn't what you were planting. The point is that you were trying to plant everything in the middle of this storm.
It wasn't a storm yet. It wasn't even raining.
Okay. Isn't there windstorms?
Yeah, but it wasn't really a storm. It was just gusty. It was gusty. It was like it was the pre-winds to the lots of rain.
No.
It didn't even rain for like another 20 minutes after that point.
Yes, but it was so windy.
See?
It was
20. I had 20 minutes to put stuff in the ground. 20 minutes.
well,
20 minutes.
Well, no.
Yes, I did.
This is also the woman that will see something on the Weather Channel, and she'll be calling it out and say, "In 3 days, we're going to have a storm. Clean up."
See?
So,
Tornadic. The word of the day, tornadic.
we should give a prize away for a certain
I want to
word.
hear fishing stories. Oh, yeah. See?
Wait, what's happening?
Mike said, I really want to hear his fishing stories. I bet he's caught some whales.
Well, funny enough,
No.
2 weeks ago, I was in this pond that was only 3 feet wide.
No.
You're never going to. No, I'm kidding.
Never going to believe this. Oh, my
Tornadic
goodness.
merch. I tell you what, we're going to have so much merch. Well, we have to sell it, really. I mean, that's the key, right?
Yeah. I'm going to make a tornadic sticker. Eric's face. It was tornadic. Yeah.
All right. Moving right
Jumping
along.
between you and Tim and editing right now. Blaine's Farm. That's cool. Thank you, Mike at Greenacre.
Thank you.
There's a lot going on tonight. I totally get it.
Yeah.
But like for us, Wednesday nights are a no-go because I'm at church. He's here doing whatever. If he starts coming live without me on Wednesdays, y'all need to come tell me somehow. Find me on my regular YouTube page and come let me know. Be like, hey, he's going live without you. Find me on Instagram. DM me. He doesn't check Instagram as much anymore.
If she doesn't come, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to say that much.
Yes, Central Texas, we either get way too much rain or none at all. 1 inch above drought. Yeah, that's exactly it right now. Yeah, it's crazy. Still waiting. Chelsea says, still waiting on that maggot merch. Yeah, I need somebody that's creative enough to actually send. Daz, I need you to send me a picture, some kind of maggot sticker thing. Need to have like.
Well,
have you all seen Daz approved sticker yet? Oh my gosh, he's got to make them stickers. I want one. It's like a thumb and it says Daz approves. It's awesome. I seriously need one of those.
You should put a maggot on his thumb.
No, because it's Daz approves, not maggot Daz approves.
Maggot
He's not-
approved.
Maggot
All right.
tornadic, said Danny Smith. Yeah. Abigail
There you
says,
go.
as a mountain
Oh,
goat
yeah.
from Hoodwink says, be prepared.
There you go. Danny Smith. There he is right there. That guy right there can do some editing on some pictures too. I'm just glad he doesn't post them all about me because
yeah.
it can be a little
Oh, sure.
dangerous.
Good evening to you. I solved the problem. Unique. I had to drop the quality and settings from 480 to 360p. Never had to do that. Yeah. Well, it's definitely something going on with this thing tonight.
Yeah. A broke cowgirl. Hello,
Seriously,
hello.
Daz?
So glad to see you. Okay.
I will send you our merch in exchange for some kind of cool maggot something.
All right.
Do it.
Let's settle down with that.
Daz got my back.
All right. So so we were interviewed on Wide
Yeah.
Family Farm. I like to say it a lot. That way I remember.
Yeah. Courtney.
Great.
All the cool folks appear to be in here tonight. LOL, says the Greenacre. Yeah,
There you
it's
go.
true. It's true.
That's right. That's why you're here, Mike. I appreciate that.
That's amazing. Hat Creek said you need a sticker that says, "What's up, maggots?"
Okay.
I can make a mug.
All right.
So you be drinking from your maggot mug.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So
Bad
also,
Josh
Gardner Josh, there you go. Yeah. Poop Troop. So shout out to Wide Family Farm.
Yep.
Appreciate them bringing us on. As we've said in the past, we are all about making sure that everybody checks out everybody's channel. If you like it, subscribe. If you don't like it, you can still subscribe. It's up to you. Give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments. What I would suggest too is if you ever go anywhere, a while ago, I used to think like it was, I don't know, I kind of felt like it was arrogant if you're asking people to tell them where they came from. But actually, I found that it's very helpful.
Yeah, for
because
sure.
sometimes you get a subscription. You're like, okay, how did they find out about me?
Yeah, it's nice to hear that someone else was chatting about you. Well, look, Tim said Eric's beard maggot was discussed in my Crazy Ed barbecue entry. Now I got to go watch that again. I thought I saw that already, but now I have to go watch it, I think. I've seen a lot of those entries, so I need to go back and make sure I check that out too. That's hilarious.
Maybe we need to do something like
your fan club can be the Tornadic Maggots. Oh my gosh, that's so great.
So if you get a chance, go over and check out the Poop Troop is what
Wide Family Farm.
Wide Family Farm.
She's great. She does a lot of great interviews and she has a lot of good people that are over there. I love it.
Let me tell you the thing that really drew me to that channel the first time. I actually got there because of Yogi Hollow.
Because Lisa is amazing. Okay, Lisa from Yogi Hollow and Ryan. Not to say Ryan's not. Lisa's amazing. And
why is always
Ormsby Farm said it.
Why?
She's like the godmother of like connecting YouTube channels. Finish. Go ahead.
I don't know why everybody's hating on my boy Ryan over there.
Nobody's hating on Ryan.
Well, nobody
He's
ever says he's the godfather.
If she's the godmother, the fairy godmother, he is the godfather. He's like, I'm the godfather. And he's got his like dog. Diesel's like, roof. And he's doing his thing. Yeah. Lisa was already. She was not happy.
You
with
lose
Diesel
respect
tonight.
for the dog if he's roofing.
Hey, Aaron from Bramble
Aaron,
Hill.
what's up? What's up?
Hey, Daniel too, hopefully. Hey.
What's up, guys?
It was nice to see his face on there today. And then I was like, oh, I want to say hi, but I got to go. Yeah.
We saw you, Aaron. We were watching, but
Yeah.
we were having a lot of internet problems.
Yeah.
So I wasn't able to watch the whole thing, but I saw Daniel's nice arm.
Rough.
Yeah. So
that's rough stuff.
Prayers to you and your
Yes.
family.
We've been praying
that the
for
Lord
him.
will be gracious in his healing, quick healing.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. See, Brooke Cowgirl said she came over from Yogi too after seeing us.
Okay, awesome.
A maggots make America great. Get on the streams. Car.
Yes.
Am I
So,
saying that right?
well, I didn't know if he was in here before. Do you have that on our book?
I don't. I was
Okay,
ready
because he says he's been here before, but I don't know. Car, if you don't mind giving us your first name.
What's your name?
If you do mind, that's okay. We just like to call people by first name. Well, Monica does. I'm not going to remember. That's the cool thing. Like, if you ever wanted to, like, I don't know,
what,
steal our kids or something, I probably wouldn't remember what they would look like.
What, our kids?
Yeah.
Or the person
No,
stealing our
I
kids?
remember what the kids look like.
You want to remember what our kids look like?
No, it would be this complete stranger. I'd be like, I don't remember what they look like.
Yogi said, look, Ryan said, make the maggots on the sticker to snap, like they'll look like snap, crackle, and pop. The 3 maggots.
Guys, are you getting that? That's what I'm talking about. So also make sure mods, if you're in there, make sure that you're dropping everybody's link.
I think Abigail is literally the only mod. I don't even know if Caleb
also
is a mod right now.
If you're out there and you want
there's Daz modding. Okay. I can't see the little mod thing tonight. For some reason it's not on there.
Because we're
on the thing.
Yeah.
Got it.
Careful on the
I know.
Because our Wi-Fi is a little
shaky.
Actually, let's check it out here real quick.
We're a little shaky. Don't mess with it.
It's a strong signal.
Stop messing with stuff.
It's a strong signal.
Okay.
The force
Dad
is strong.
is busy. Everybody's been busy tonight.
All right. So yeah, make sure that you're communicating. If you're new here, make sure you hit the thumbs up as you come in, please. The algorithm is always helpful. Everybody that's watching, we really appreciate. Why do you keep interrupting me tonight? Every time I get ready to get on roll.
Yes, we did Hickory Croft. Thank you. So no, look, because Michael from the Green Acres said, I'm bad with names too. I know you as Beard Guy and Monica.
See, now here's the thing.
Just remember, because
Michael, here's the thing. I don't know why. I remember his name because I want to call everybody Mike or Michael.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's true.
So if your name isn't Michael, I'm sorry, Mr. Greenacre.
Yeah, it's Michael.
But what I would say is, this is why I can't shave my beard, because could you imagine? Like, YouTube would be turned upside down if I shaved my beard off.
No, I don't think so.
Absolutely.
No. I think you should trim it some, though. I think you could trim it. Wouldn't hurt anything.
Today was great, man. When the wind was blowing.
Wouldn't hurt anything.
The wind, it was like one of the first times lately that I felt
Chacha thinks your name is Beard Guy, too. See?
My beard was just like flapping in the wind. And as it was doing that, like all the dirt and sticks that were in there was falling out. So it was actually working out for me.
Yeah. Did you get maggots in there?
No maggots. It's too dusty. Even the maggots are like, no, we're not getting in that mess. It's too dry. So anyway, make sure you guys are saying hi to each other. It doesn't hurt our feelings if you're asking each other about your channels.
Chatting.
It's okay. Uncle Al is Die Bullfrog 79. What's going on?
Yay.
Another pooper trooper.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny you just said that.
Well, I mean, it's true.
Oh, Chelsea said, I will never allow Michael to chase his off ever.
Who's this? Chelsea? Oh, from Vision 8?
Yes.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. You know what? It's something about feeling manly with a beard.
Mm-hmm.
The bad thing is I get this from my mom.
That's so wrong. I hope she's on here tonight, just so.
I'm just kidding. My mom does not have... All right, let's move along here.
Uncle Al said, hi, Monica and Rick.
Farm and HVAC, what's going on?
What's up?
Well, I was trying to see what Farm and HVAC's name was. See, I can't even see because you're covering the book up like when we were in high school, and you didn't let me see anything.
And you were trying to cheat? Is that what you're saying?
Well, that was my
Cheating.
before Jesus days. So there was a lot of things I'm not proud of, and well, copy and test because my eyes didn't work well, so I think I was copying the wrong answers.
Oh my goodness!
All right, so let's see. Let's see. Someone is like shooting a rifle in the back 40. Okay. I'm assuming that's up at your house. I hope you can't hear what's going on behind my house.
Oh look, No Shave November is coming up. I'll
That's
grow a
right.
beard out for at least I'll try to, so I can be a man with the men too. See, you're offending people that don't have
Nah.
giant beards. Hey, Robert Lonis, how are you? We are doing great.
Yes. Hello. Thank you, Robert, for coming in, and also for making it easy for me to know your first name. Thank you. Appreciate that. Mennonite Farmhouse. What's going on up in PA, if I remember correctly?
Yes, Little Garden, Big Dreams. He does catch runny egg in his beard. He catches everything in his beard. Fantastic. Flying maggots, runny eggs, sticks now apparently, and twigs from the dust. Are you gonna like do like this later, and it's gonna like have a dust coming out, like when we pat the dogs and they're, you pet the dogs and there's like dust coming out of the blue healers?
Have you ever like looked at my pillow? Like when I lay on my side and I get up, there's like an outline of my beard on the pillow.
Oh my gosh. Gardener Josh says his beard is more of a man than I am. And then Chelsea said Michael shaved off his beard once, and I legitimately cried.
Yeah. A while back I had as I've shared.
Oh, that's okay, Uncle Al. You're fine. I just thought it was fun because everybody's usually named Mike. So Uncle Al said, sorry, he's had 2 strokes. And I was like, no, that's okay. He said, I have excuse. I have had 2 strokes. No, that's.
Oh, you're good. I appreciate you, Uncle Al. I see. Well, what was the one guy's name? Hold on. Scroll up. Jake, what's going on?
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Celtic Roots. There we go.
Celtic Roots.
That's what I'm talking about.
Nothing wrong with
now that
beard.
man right there knows about a beard. Here, see if you can highlight his name up there.
Celtic Roots. Is it going to show his beard? You can't really.
Look how big that thing is. I can't even barely see it.
Dad has a pretty nice sized beard too, though. Right?
I know, but that's what I'm shooting for. When the beard gets long enough where it goes out of the picture, I've arrived. And I'll keep adding height to my chair like this.
No, Michael from the Green Acre, I am not smelling his beard. No, not going to smell his beard. Oh, look, the kids have gotten lost in your beard, Abigail said.
Oh, that's where they went. Wicked awesome gardening. What's going on?
Hey, just got off of Brampton Gardeners Live. That's awesome. Thank you for stopping over.
Yes.
Oh, wow. You're going for it, Eric. Yeah.
Well, look, you got to set goals, right?
Oh, my goodness.
Speaking of that.
Mr. Hat Creek looks like a 12-year-old without his beard. Oh, my goodness. That's so funny. I actually haven't seen Eric without any facial hair ever. Like, he's always had some sort of facial hair. He's never shaved all of it off ever. He's actually had facial hair since, 1994?
Going through high school. And, that was mad respect right there. People respected the goatee. That's what I had back then.
Yeah, in the mid-90s.
But when you get, look, times have changed. See, that's the problem with Monica. She doesn't like change. And when you have to upgrade.
I don't change. What are you even talking about?
Well, you've been wearing that shirt for 3 days.
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. That's different.
It's a different shirt.
I didn't mean change like that.
I think a bird flew out of that beard. LOL.
See,
Garden Big Dreams.
Oh man, what was that movie? Wasn't that like one of the rings? Not the ring.
The Rings.
No, what the? Oh man, the movies I didn't care for. The one guy that Daz looks like, where he has a staff. He's like the good witch guy.
The Ring.
Lord of the Rings.
There we go. Oh, the
Ring. Remember it was the Hobbit one. Remember the one dude? He had like birds that lived in his beard.
Yeah, they did.
Thank you,
Aaron and Daniel, for coming by and seeing us. I appreciate you
so
guys.
much. Thank you.
There's so many things taking up residence in that, apparently, Bramblehook. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, look. Yeah, they got, we got Davis Family
Farm. Respect the beard. Respect it.
Let's go. You know what? The funny thing is when we first started coming on YouTube and doing lives, and not actually conducting lives, but being
Lord of the Rings. Yeah, they helped us. Gandalf.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I'm trying to think of what the little elf guy or whatever I don't know, the one that had the beard. Mm-hmm. I think it was supposed to be like Santa Claus or something. I felt like.
I don't know.
Was he the one that had like the? Okay. Anyway, now I forgot what I was going to say.
Celtic Roots said they won a beard contest. They won a competition a while back, and they won it. He said, I did a beard competition a while back and won it. It was much longer back then.
I thought when you said they, I thought you meant like it was a husband-wife thing.
No. And Dad says I had to hide my wedding photos in the kids would not stop laughing at me with no beard. I have had a beard all their lives. Oh my word.
Mad respect. That's what I'm talking about. 29 people in here. Thank you guys so much for coming
awesome.
here.
Thank you. Davis Family Farm. We should totally see if we can get Daz to add beads to his beard. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, mine's too kinky for that.
Uh-huh. Oh, anyway. That's what it was. Radagast the Beast. And the Wicked Awesome Gardening said, oh, wait, where'd it go? I lost it. I highlighted it. Oh, the Birds and the Beard Wizard was Radagast the Brown.
Okay.
It was the Tree Wizard, Gandalf's friend. See, we don't watch another ad.
Okay, so our channel is now going from homesteading to movies / I don't know, what is that? It's not sci-fi. What would that be called? Mystical or something like that?
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, Uncle Al, we're going to check it out. In Texas, they have walk-in freezer on sale. See Dallas.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good.
Good to know.
All right. Wicked Awesome Gardening is acknowledging that they are a nerd. So
that's okay.
I was trying to find a way around it, but since you're putting it out there, I'm just going to go with it.
Oh, Cha-Cha Love says Harry Potter dude. Hagrid.
Don't know Harry Potter, and Hagrid is a weird name.
That's a Harry Potter guy.
Unless that's your name in here, and in
that's
that
Cha-Cha.
case,
It's not her name.
I'm sorry. Well, no, not Cha. I knew. Seriously. Ariel, I see you down there. Always preferred books. I've heard that. I don't like reading books, so that's I'll take the movie 10 times out of 10, even if it's a bad movie. Okay.
I highly recommend the Beard Smith for beard balm. That stuff is amazing. If it's going to help get all the kink out of that, that'd be great. I had bought him beard balm before. Not that I'm encouraging the beard.
Yes, you are.
I'm encouraging the tidiness of the beard.
That's low-key love for the beard.
No. Can anyone tell me how to change my chat name with my first name? I think when you first come in, you can change it then. I'm not sure.
No, not.
Oh, I don't know how you change your chat name. I think when you first come in, no, maybe not. Do the little bubbles on the side. Get him a beard straightener. Good idea, Cha-Cha. Beard straightener.
That would look weird. I would feel weird with that.
Yes, Jake. It's raining.
Yes, rain here.
It's raining.
We have a special guest tonight. You know, first of all, again, every time I try to say this, you keep interrupting me.
I'm not even talking.
Not right this second, but earlier, like when I was trying to explain. So, okay, here we go. I was just giving you a second to go ahead and jump in. Okay. So what I was going to say was, if it's the first time here for you all, thank you for joining us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Don't forget to check us out on other social media, such as Instagram and Facebook. And hit the thumbs up as you're coming in here. And we really appreciate everybody. Don't forget that we're shooting for that next goal for us, which is 500. And so if you make a recommendation, somebody throws your name out there as to being referred by you. That was what I was trying to think of last week. If you are referring somebody and they put your name in there, you are eligible for the prize at the 500 mark. It will be awesome.
Yep.
It's homegrown stuff right here on the farm. So in that case, I hope that it's somebody in Texas that wins. We'll just drive it to them so we don't have to ship that bad boy. And
we're going to need Jake or Cha-Cha or James or Ann or there's a lot of Texas people. Shannon from Journey Along with Shannon. We're going to need a lot of people. Shooting for 500 here as well. Eager to get that community tab October 12th. Yes, I know. Green Acre. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. That community tab would be great. I like that there's like a step halfway point, right?
Yeah.
Beer tip: avoid using shampoo and conditioners with alcohol. Don't use a hairdryer.
So make sure you guys, I don't know if you've had a chance yet, go over there and check out Green Acre. I'll tell you one thing, even if I'm going to say this, and I'm not trying to be rude when I say this, so if it comes out, I'm sorry ahead of time.
Oh my gosh.
But even if his channel isn't necessarily what you're looking for, you need to watch it because he is awesome with the camera. And to learn how to take different angles, learn how to use different equipment. I saw recently that I think was that on our chat last week, or no, it was on Yogi. I think
it was when we were guests on Yogi Hollow last Friday, and is going to get a drone.
Yeah,
Have you gotten your drone yet?
Somebody was gifting him a drone, and I can't wait.
It was Carla from Living the Rogue Life.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what he's going to do with that, because I'm telling you, this dude can do some work with cameras. I think that Michael also, let us know if you got that drone yet, but also let us know exactly where you are. Do you know where he is?
I don't know.
Because I'm going to tell you what I'm going to let him do for us. I'm going to let him come shoot a video for us.
You're going to let him?
Yeah.
He's far away.
That's okay.
You're gonna fly him here?
He doesn't mind visiting.
You're going to fly him here?
He can just use his drone and fly here.
Hey, Alicia. Okay, so Mennonite Farmhouse, and I can't remember her name because I literally wrote it down before, but I've seen her. I follow her on Instagram too. Anyway, she literally just hit 1,000 on Monday. No joke.
Awesome.
She went from like she was jumping every week or so. She was jumping like hundreds of people on all of her. I mean, like I was watching her numbers go like crazy. I was like, this is amazing. But she is amazing. Mennonite Farmhouse. I would know your name as soon as somebody, because I've heard it. Leanne, thank you. Leanne, thank you. I've written it down before and I don't know why it's not here. So no, she's awesome. Leanne, seriously, your channel is great. I love watching you. You have so much information in your, like, super great information in your channel. It's a really good channel. So y'all need to check. I mean, look, a lot of these channels are really good channels. Everybody in here is really good channels. It may not be everybody's cup of tea, and we're not everybody's cup of tea, but let me just tell you. Oh, there you go. Michael said he would love to travel down there sometime. Yes. Oh my gosh. Wicked Awesome Gardening. You're 110 people away from 1,000.
Come on.
That's amazing.
Let's go, guys.
Go get Wicked Awesome Gardening. That would be super. If you haven't checked her out yet, go check out Wicked Awesome Gardening. Check them out and give them some love.
Yeah, this is what we're all about. Just like a lot of the other channels, this is not Eric and Monica's idea to talk about the community.
No, be safe, Thorhaven. They're driving.
But this is definitely a message that we want to continue on and continue sharing with everybody. Go check out these channels.
Mennonite Farmhouse. Leanne's only been listening since June 3rd.
What?
That's what she said. June 3rd.
What?
Seriously.
Send some of them subs over here. What in the world are you doing, Leanne?
Like, she's I'm telling you.
She's showing off.
I'm telling you. Awesome. Oh, Mike and Chelsea are coming on. They're getting
Okay.
ready to come home.
So we got our visitors,
our guests
sitting in the back room. We can see them. I'm seeing a beard. That's what I see. That's what I see Chelsea like waving, but who cares about that? I see a beard. That's what I see. There you go.
Oh my gosh, get out of here. Okay.
All right.
Let them come on.
So, well, you gotta like hype it up for a minute. So, do you want to try to like introduce them or? Okay.
So
Mike is got a nice beard. There we go. Done. We ready to get in here?
Do it.
And he's doing Daz approved. I see it.
Daz approves. Daz approves of them. I'm sure of it.
All right, here we go. We're going to add these folks in here. We don't need to keep them waiting, I don't think.
No, you have to add to stream. Add to stream.
You've left me here enough to know what I got to do. Here we go. What's going on, everybody?
How are we doing?
I'm doing great. How's your beard doing?
It's doing. I need to fill in a little bit right here. I see your lip line's full. I like that.
It makes it more. It's more fun for Monica to kiss.
No, it's not. I feel you on that, Monica.
So the next hour and 5 minutes, we're going to be talking about beards, beard care.
No.
We'll have to get Celtic Roots up here so that he can give us some tips. Daz. Well, we know Daz's tip.
Well, we know Daz's tip, but we're not supposed to talk about it.
What did you say?
Oh, I thought we were sharing it with everybody.
I thought he said don't share that.
I'm going to share it because I want to see people do it. We should do it.
I mean, if you got chicken poop, his is maggots. I mean, we got to have
that's what
something.
Daz told me to do. Rub some chicken poop in there. He'll be all right.
There you go. See, it's all natural. That's what I'm talking about.
Celtic Roots said he's got a good starter beard. LOL.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. We are super excited to have you on. And we like to try to keep things light and have fun and giggle and laugh. And I think the only time that I don't probably giggle and laugh is when we're working cattle. I feel like that's the time where I really lose my junk. I'm going to be honest with you.
I think that's the one time that I actually get more laughs is when I'm dealing with the cows.
Well, that's because we're not trying to make them do anything. We're just watching.
Yeah, well,
Unless you're
last
talking about
time we
Balm.
were, yeah,
And
last
then I
time we
try to
were,
make her do something and it doesn't work.
last time we were working the cattle, and I just lost it, and I had the worming gun. You don't have to agree.
Oh, I'm agreeing. It was great. Let me tell you.
Anyway, I launched that thing out of the corral so fast because it's sometimes it's a helpful reminder that we're certainly not perfect, and we're always trying to strive to be better.
Oh, yeah.
At what God wants us to be.
Why are you staring at me?
You should hear about the story about when we first got Honey back, or no, this was Margot. When we first got Margot back to the homestead from where we got her at the dairy farm, Margot took off into the woods because somebody was working her too
Because
hard.
that cow wasn't listening. She had to learn who was boss, and she got worked, and she did not like that.
She took off into the woods behind the house.
Yep.
At that point, I pulled her into the field, and I said, "You're going to work for a little bit, and you're never going to want to run away again."
She hasn't.
Well,
So I guess it worked.
unfortunately for me, I have cattle dogs, so when they really irritate me, I'll get the dog to go chase them, and then I feel bad after they nip at their heel once or twice. I'm like, oh, all right, I feel bad.
And
Come back.
they don't hurt them. It's just enough. Like
No.
I'm always afraid the cows are going to kick the dog. So I'm always like, no, please. And I have to walk away sometimes. I'm like, I'm done. I can't.
Yeah. My dogs are idiots. They tend to just go up and just mess with them anyway, so it doesn't make a difference. So we're waiting for the time that they actually get kicked in the face, because that's just
It's
how
going to
they
happen.
are.
What kind of dog is it?
We have Labradors.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something about blue heelers. We've actually had one of our girls that got kicked in the face, and the canine tooth went up into her nasal passage.
Ooh.
And her response
goodness.
with that tooth through her nasal passage was
Bite harder.
to go get the cow.
Yeah.
So I don't now these are obviously herding dogs, but I have a feeling that most dogs would probably want to continue the fight until they feel like they win.
Yep.
Yeah. So this was my first time really messing with cows at all. For years I trained Percherons, big draft horses. About the same size as a cow, just a little bit taller. I can tell you cows are a little more stubborn.
He treated our cow like it was a horse. They're two totally different animals.
Oh my goodness gracious.
You didn't put like an oat sack around his neck, did you?
What's that?
You didn't put an oat sack around the cow's neck, did you?
No.
Not this time. Wait for that eventually.
So I have some questions for you guys. So we're talking about some of your homesteading stuff.
Did you send the questions to them?
Actually, we told her not to because we want it to be a surprise. This ought to be interesting.
Oh, we know how this goes. It is a lot more comical if we don't know the questions ahead of time.
Okay.
That's fair. A lot of times, living with a rogue life. How you doing?
Hey, Carla.
Who else jumped in here? Okay, so periodically we'll jump and do that. So we apologize. We're not.
No, you're fine. Honestly, I'm glad you guys say it because I can't read the chat very well at all. So if I seem like I'm ignoring people, I really do apologize. My glasses don't work as well as you think they do.
No problem. All right.
Hey, Jackie Sailor's here too. Rolling with Raquel just came in here.
Hey,
Carla
Raquel.
from Rogue Life. Yeah, everybody's coming in here now. That's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Projects with Paul. Good to see you.
Okay, so.
All right, so go ahead. What's
so
your first question?
Well, so I've been kind of like binging you today, and I was watching you guys earlier in the week, but I was like binge watching because you have a lot of videos, which is awesome. So how did you all start doing videos, and how did you all get into YouTube? Did you farm your life? How did you do all that? How did you start farming, and how did you get into YouTube?
The secret is when you're doing.
The secret is there is no secret.
Yeah. I just said just whisper in my ear. We're gonna be silly for a minute. In all honesty, how we started videoing is we talked about it forever, and we're already doing the chores. And then I made an account, and she goes, "Well, I guess I'm starting a YouTube." And I said, "I guess you are."
He made an account without telling me. He was like, "Yeah, we have Vision Acres LLC," and I'm like, "You're stupid. Why would we do this?"
And here we are.
Yeah, I don't know.
I see Chelsea as the encourager of the family.
She is.
Well, okay, so we kind of randomly got into homesteading. I don't know how else to describe it. We lived in like, I would say a pretty big house in a giant subdivision where like cookie cutter houses. And it was like, house stacked on top of house, stacked on top of house, very little yard. And I grew up thinking that that was kind of the life that I should live. So after we did that for what, 5 years?
5 years.
We got really fed up with it. Really fed up with it. And I really wanted chickens. And so you can't have chickens in a subdivision like that. So I was like, okay, that's cool. And so I got on YouTube and I started watching a lot of YouTube videos, like big names. We started watching like Roots and Refuge, sorry guys, and like Justin Rhodes and all the bigger names. And we got to kind of daydreaming, I guess. And then so we're like, you know what? We're being led to do this, and so let's do this. So we literally packed up and drove we're about 45 minutes away from where we used to live.
Yeah, but that's kind of half of it. I was working a big corporate job.
That's true.
Working 9 till like midnight 9 in the morning till midnight, like every day of my life. And I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. And I'm like, I'm quitting. She goes, what are we going to do? I said, I don't know. Whatever the Lord tells us to do. And we started getting into homesteading. And then we were going to move from Missouri to Virginia, where I'm originally from. We found a bunch of places there. They were passing a bunch of laws I didn't agree with. And somehow or another, we stumbled upon this house that was for sale by owner, and it's brand new. It was actually for sale by builder.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
So,
then,
here we are.
we literally, this is kind of like the middle of nowhere. We're like smack dab in between like 2 tiny little towns. And I don't know. I know it's kind of weird, but they're like, well, why did you pick that place to be? And I actually found out afterwards that I had a sister I never knew of, and she actually grew up like right down the road in one of those small towns that was
10, 15 minutes down the road. 20. How old was she? 22.
She's 22.
Yeah, 22 years. She had no idea she had a sister. And we moved out here, and she lives like 10 minutes down the road. Lived 10 minutes down the road.
Everybody's like, well, why? What brought you there? And I'm like, well, obviously, God had something to do with that because we shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That is so cool.
So, Mike, do you work now, or are you doing full time?
I work full time now.
Okay.
I'm
because you
I stepped out of a major corporation, and now I
went back to it.
Yeah, I run 52 water and wastewater plants now, so I get to play with poop and water all day long, and then I come home and play with poop and water.
Yeah. So you're practicing at work then?
Yeah,
pretty much.
Okay. So you're like, would you say that you are like expert level, like handling poop and water now?
I don't gag.
You almost did the other day, though.
Which one?
Whenever you were like, "Oh yeah, we had to like flush that one thing."
Oh, it's because
flying everywhere.
So there's a difference between animal poop and human poop. Okay.
Yeah,
so when I have a clogged line and we blow a line back out and it squirts out the top and everybody takes a shower, like that's a little more disturbing than getting cow poop on myself.
So now I'm understanding why the beard's grown so well.
Yes.
It's fertilized.
Got it.
Natural fertilizer.
Got it. Well, I see we have Courtney with Wide Family Farming here. She's the poop trooper.
Yeah.
And so, Courtney, maybe this is your next interview right here. These guys like poop too.
Yeah, Alicia said poop and water. Put it on a tea.
I like it.
Hat Creek asks us what part of Missouri we're in. We're about 20 minutes outside of Farmington, Missouri, if you know where that's at. Hat
Probably
Creek.
not. Well, with Hat Creek, they probably do. We're like an hour south of St. Louis.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Raquel.
Yeah.
An hour south of St. Louis. Okay.
We have friends that live in the St. Louis area. Like they live in Illinois on the on the other side, like in Illinois by St. Louis.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I look at it on a map and I'm like, they live there on the other side of St. Louis area, but they live kind of a little bit in from Illinois. So I always tell them, I was like, I could go drive to see you and then stop in Missouri and see Homestead people because there's a bunch of them.
There's a bunch of us in
There
here.
is, yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of like homesteaders that are in the Midwest or
Midwest.
Central.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's definitely a lot in Texas and Oklahoma, Missouri. Seems like it's a pretty hot spot for sure.
Yeah.
It's because of the weather and the soil. Unless you get more towards like the Lake of the Ozarks, and then you have nothing but rock.
But there's a lot of homesteaders in
That's
the Ozarks with all the rock.
They do a lot of above ground beds though,
Yes.
or raised beds.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
Right.
so that was my first question about getting started.
Can I ask a question?
No, not yet. I have questions. Is your question on my paper?
I haven't
Is your
even
question on my paper?
I haven't even seen the questions yet.
Okay, ask your question. I'll be generous.
Let's ask a personal question since they were all about it.
Personal questions.
Yeah.
These are pretty good
Tell
questions.
tell us about your family. How many kids you have, their ages, things like that.
People that may have not been watched, have watched your channel on here.
Yeah.
So
Give them a little taste of who you are if they don't know who you are.
Okay,
All right,
which
so
ones do you want to start
Hey,
with?
let's start with this. I spent 12 years in the military. I got out.
What branch?
I was in the Army.
Okay, thank you.
I went through a divorce when I got back from deployment. So I have 2 other kids besides the ones that live with me. So I've got 2 kids with my ex. I met her in Colorado. We got married. And now we have 3 kids. So I have 5 total. She has 5 because she fully claims my other ones.
Well,
So
duh.
yeah. we have 3, but we have 5.
yeah, that makes
So
sense.
our kids, my kids, our kids range from 17 to 5.
Mhm.
Noah's 5, right?
Yeah, no.
Please, okay.
Noah's 5.
Just double check the age of our
I
youngest.
gotta double check.
So Kaylee is 17.
Yes.
She'll be 18 next
In May. Yep.
Aiden will he be 15?
He'll be
this year?
15 in December.
And then Aubrey, our oldest, she turns 9 on Sunday. Evelyn is 7 and Noah is 5.
Okay, your 9 and 7-year-old legit look like twins because
We get that a lot.
we were watching videos and my 11-year-old's like, are they twins? And I'm like, I think one's a little older, but they totally look like they could be twins.
Yeah, not by much. They're only 18 months apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we've got that.
And in non-mom talk, that's 1.5 years.
Yeah. That's called close, is what that is. That's
Yeah.
called double duty diapers. And
It was. Yeah,
Yeah.
we had, I guess at one point with Noah too, we had all 3 in diapers at once. Well, Aubrey
Just got out.
pull-ups.
Yeah, she was in pull-ups.
Yeah.
Lots of poop.
There you go. Dad's approved. All right, so I see Brenda Baker in here. Hey, how's it going? And then scroll down a little bit. There was somebody. Mountain Grandma. She's been here for a little bit, but
Mama V's here too, Possum Run, but she said she couldn't type because I think she's hurt. So
okay.
Yeah, Wicked Awesome Gardening said, I feel like I need to take a week off this winter, fly down south, rent a car, and go on a YouTube road trip and film collabs with everybody.
Ooh,
That
that would be fun.
That'd be so cool. Like just driving and then finding all the YouTubers.
There she goes again.
I'm down.
She's trying to get all them subs.
Wicked Awesome Gardening?
Yeah.
That's smart. Do it.
I'm going to do it
Totally
first.
fun.
Do it. No, you have a job.
I'm going to be like Mike. I don't like my job. The thing is, I think Mike and I are on the same page here. Work is just getting in the way.
Yeah.
Am I right, Mike?
That's right.
See?
We've got to figure out something else to do besides work.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Well,
yeah, we'll work at
usually-
home.
But you usually find a job and you're like, okay, this job isn't bad. And then you're like, oh, then this job sucks.
And then I start
he
learning it, and
quits,
I'm like,
and then
yeah,
he
I'm
goes to
good.
the next one. And
Well,
then it's like
she
a,
says
it's like
that,
a vicious.
but
No, it's true. It's true.
Calm down. Since I got out of the Army, I spent over 5 years with that cable company. Right?
And then
5 years.
Right.
What happened?
And
He
then I
goes,
left-
I
I left
want to be
there-
a tow truck driver. And then I was like, no, that's not going to work.
She told
I
me-
want to do
Guys,
this.
Guys, if I have to put you in timeout, I will. I have all the power over here. All I got to do is hit mute. Nobody's going to hear anything. And then this is what you're going to look like to everybody.
We're good at that too.
No.
Yeah, look, see, Wicked Arms.
Give me more credit.
Trying to make this my job. I know you respect the hustle. It's true though. That would be such a cool thing. Really cool.
The thing is that people
He's
work.
not in the 20s.
No, be careful.
I'm telling you, this is strike 2 for you guys.
Hey, Mandy, how are you?
That's my sister.
Mandy's your
Put some time
sister?
out. That's my sister, Mandy. Yep.
Your long lost sister?
No. She's one.
This is
She's
one
one
you
I've
know
known since she was a baby.
Okay, this is the one you knew about.
All right. Well, Mandy, welcome. If you haven't been here before,
She said we should put him in timeout.
She
Hit
hasn't.
subscribe.
She doesn't even watch our lives.
my mom, my dad, nobody watches our lives either, so it's cool.
Hey, so one thing I'll say on a little side, it's sitting on her precious list of questions here, but
Nope.
People that know that you homestead,
Mhm.
I mean, think about the amount of hours that you put in. It's basically a full-time second job.
Mhm.
And then if you're YouTubing, it's like a third job, maybe a part-time, depending. Over at Green Acres, it's like a full-time gig for him because I know that dude right there is putting some time in on his.
That's some nice stuff.
You're gonna get us putting time out.
Okay, so
Okay, you guys can talk now. You're behaving.
So Mike and Chelsea, I have another question for you. Well, for people who don't know, you guys put out videos like all the time. How many days a week do you put out a video?
Lately it has been few and far between. If you can't tell by my voice, allergies kicked my butt this week. So
I noticed there wasn't a video today, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure they post today. And my son was like, I don't see one today, Mom. I'm like, it's okay.
It's supposed to be Tuesday through Saturday.
Yeah.
That's a lot of videos.
But we also don't let YouTube control our life. So if something's happening in life, we apologize.
So
be patient.
Typically it's about 5 days a week, but it's a little bit more distance between them recently because I'm still trying to figure out a routine with homeschooling because that's new for us too, because I actually just pulled my kiddos out of public school because things got really rocky. So between learning my routine with that and then my allergies.
So homeschooling is not necessarily
it's a lot.
New. You did it at the beginning of the year for all of last year.
Yeah,
but
then,
this is the first year we actually went out and bought a curriculum.
Yeah.
And she's trying to follow a secondary curriculum, and that's
trying to figure.
There's a lot going on.
So it's the first time you're homeschooling them, not just public school in your house. Because there's a difference between distance learning, doing what they did last year. A lot of kids were still doing public school, but they were doing it at home. And there's a big difference between that and homeschooling. Homeschooling can be so fluid. Yeah. And it's amazing because you could literally homeschool your kids for 2 or 3 hours in an afternoon. And they've got, one of my boys, my older son, Luke, he would have his work for the week and he would literally get everything done or Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then Thursday and Friday, he was like, I did my work for the week, Mom. I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. He took Thursday and Friday off. It really is about what your kids can accomplish and go. And, that's a good thing. So it's good that you don't let the YouTube rule your life either. Cause I know that's something, Eric can be kind of a diva sometimes. And
man, every week you bring this up.
Yeah, you bring the beard up every week.
Well, I'm trying to bring my A game. I'm trying to hit 1,000. And how long has she been doing this?
Yeah. Leanne, seriously, June 3rd, and she got 1,000 subscribers already.
I know, it's
pressure on.
All right.
And no pressure. It's all good.
This is our goal. We're gonna hit 1,000 before Leanne does.
Leanne's already hit 1,000.
Okay, then we can't do it.
We can't do it. Okay. So you guys, can you tell us what kind of animals you have? And I know pretty much because I've watched, but for anybody that doesn't know, what kind of animals do you have and what are your favorite animals? Because I know y'all have favorites.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Is this my go now?
So she's got 100 chickens, 8 turkeys.
Wait, that's it? She only has 100?
Three cows. Well, 3 dairy cows.
Yeah.
1 Dexter beef cow.
We have 2 dogs.
We have 2 dogs,
a rabbit.
And we don't have the quails anymore. They all flew away.
Thank goodness for that, y'all. They were horrible. They were like vicious little, every time you'd try to give them feed, they'd come in and literally attack your hands. It was bad. Not good at all.
So when I say we have 100 chickens, we do have about 100 chickens, but
half of those are meat birds.
40 of them are layers and the other 40, 50 are meat birds.
So what are you doing with all them eggs from the egg layers?
They're currently stacked up in the front.
I think I've got almost 17 dozen sitting on the counter right now.
We sell them though.
Okay.
And whatever we don't sell the following Sunday, we actually take all the dozens to church with us, and we actually give them to our church family.
See that's and this is what we've kind of been talking about over the few weeks of doing the lives is. Sometimes, especially with chickens, it seems like you have so many eggs that it's a waste.
You can water glass them if they're clean. That's a good way to do it, to preserve them so that if you don't have eggs in the winter or whatever, because you'll probably stop laying in the winter, right?
We have them on opposite schedules. So
molting schedules.
I did that on purpose so that way I wouldn't run out of eggs. So
they'll lay even in the really cold.
Yeah, ours still laid.
Even during that big frost at the beginning of this year, they were still out there laying.
I mean, it was like -10 degrees, and we were still I had to go out there and check for eggs like every hour because they would freeze
and burst. We found a couple that were frozen, like exploded.
It was pretty interesting.
So maybe you can help educate me, because if most people that know me know that the chicken, in my opinion, it should never exist anywhere, because they are. I have such a disdain for chickens, and the rooster definitely helps that, but it also helps.
I hate roosters.
That just like the other day, I'm walking outside and I see a whole new batch of chicks that nobody knows where this chicken came from or how long she's been laying.
I know where the chicken came from. He just didn't know that
it came from the egg.
Yeah, it came from another egg that I probably incubated the year before. I have an addiction to incubation. I like to incubate a bunch of eggs, and then I'm like, well, what do I do with all these babies? And he's like, you're not keeping them. And I'm like, okay. And then I just let them, go.
Are we talking an incubator or an addiction? Because
no, I have the addiction. Okay. Absolutely. I'm not afraid to admit it. I love my chickens. No, before we got our dairy cows, my chickens were my absolute favorite, and I would literally I have pictures of. He took pictures of me literally out in my chicken field, just hanging out with my chickens, like coming over to him. I'd be like, hey, chickens. Every time they hear me, they come running to me.
They do. They run. Actually, I was on Mike and Terry's live the other night on the front porch, and Terry started talking, and they heard a female voice, and they came running to the front door thinking it was her.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, my chickens and ducks, and now turkeys, are like they hassle you. It's like as soon as you walk out the door, sometimes the little kids get scared and they take off running, and the chickens start chasing them because they think they're getting feed. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
They do that to Noah all the time.
So you have to answer your favorite animal.
My favorite animal is by far my Jerseys. I can't choose between which one, but definitely the 3.
Oh, you gotta love that baby right now.
I love Molly. Yeah, absolutely. But as far as cuddling and stuff, no. My big cows cuddle with me.
Yeah, they're 14.
They legitimately have the harnesses, Eric. They're full on big pet. They got the little collar on, a dog collar.
We put them on. We put them on a lead with a collar, and they walk to our stanchion.
Oh well, Margot sometimes walks herself.
She will.
Well, see, now that is a difference. So my favorite is the cow, obviously. Mm-hmm. If you watch any of the videos, that's why I do a lot of cattle work, because I find a lot of enjoyment out of that. I don't find enjoyment throwing things. So we talked about that earlier, so we're not going to rehatch that. But what I will say, I guess it's obviously different when you have a milking cow, because they need to be handled more. And so mine, I try not to handle too much. I mean, I try to touch them so they can feel the human touch, but I don't necessarily walk them around, because they're too rough for that, especially with the bulls around, so.
Now your bull,
you have a
Billy, right?
He's a steer.
Okay. So your steer, I saw him running, because they have hot wire that separates. Mm-hmm. So I saw him run under one of your videos when you brought the other cow back in. He was kind of checking everybody out. So what are your plans for your steer?
March 9th.
I was going to ask, because I think you had said earlier that he was with another steer you had processed.
Yeah, we had his mom in there. She was originally supposed to be our dairy cow. We bought her from we bought her off of a Facebook page, and they were Dexter's and purebred Dexter's. They have all the paperwork, XYZ handled. We can milk her. She's great. We get there to look at her. She's in there with the bull. Sorry, you can't touch her. She's in there with the bull. We'll take your word on it. $900. She was supposed to be pregnant, so it would have been 3 cows for $900 delivered. I should have known better.
We got duped.
She was a handful. She was not what she was supposed to be.
She was okay with me, but she wouldn't let me touch her udder at all. She wouldn't really she didn't like to be handled, and she had horns. So if we tried to do anything, she just threw her horns at us, and it's dangerous.
Yeah, and then I made the great decision one day to where she threw her horns at me, and I locked up with her because she tried to gouge me, and me and her were tussling. I'm bending her head to the side. I'm getting ready to roll her over like I'm not about to put up with this, and she never came near me again.
He's an idiot.
Yeah, well, We've had a couple.
What's the next question?
Hey, Lori Carp. Hey, who else is coming in here? Rambling with the broom. Scott's in here.
Hey, Scott.
Let's see who else came in. Wide Family Forum had to roll out. Daz is back. Can you all repeat the last 10 minutes to me, please? No, Daz, but that's okay because I have more questions.
So I will say for people out there who don't have cows are very intelligent, and they have a steel trap for a memory. And so when we first moved in here, and we didn't grow up like this at all, and we bought a mama baby pair, and we just figured at some point in time, based upon research, we had to wean the calf. And so we did a lot of different things, and it always, in the multitude of ways we tried to wean them, we usually ended up chasing her or, something like that. And so to this day, and how long have we had her? 6 years?
We've had her 7 years, and she still hates Eric.
Yeah,
so he hates Eric.
So
she sees him, and I'm like, "You need to go."
Yeah, so we actually we typically keep them at another one of the pastures with a family friend that we work with on cattle. And the thing is that this is where they is like about a 15 to 20 acre piece of property, and trying to get them loaded up into a stock trailer can be challenging at times. But because of my relationship with her 7 years ago, when she sees me, she will actually go back about 100 yards. And when I hide myself inside of the truck, and that's basically when we go get them now, Monica and the other people are like, just please go away. Go get in the truck, hide yourself, go somewhere where she can't see you. And so I do. I gladly just go because I know as long as she can make eye contact with me, she will never budge or come closer to our corral that we set up that we try to load them up with.
Yeah,
that's how our milk cow Honey is with Michael.
But I've never really.
It doesn't matter.
She just doesn't like me.
No, I don't think she likes men at all. But
we bought her from a dairy, and the original owner of the dairy, the grandma, she's in her 80s. She used to milk her by hand, so she's used to smaller, older women. And I come around and she's like, yeah, I don't want anything to do with you.
Every time he goes anywhere like close to her, she's like, no, I'm out.
Well, with dairy cows, so I have a question for you about dairy. Okay. So with your dairy cows, how does that work? Do they have to be pregnant or have just calved to be in milk?
Okay.
It's just like a human. They have to have just calved. Well, they will come into milk
Honey is pregnant now,
beforehand. Right? But what's that?
Honey is pregnant now, right?
Yes.
Because she's due in March or something like that. I think you
February.
said. Yeah. Okay. I watched your video. See, okay. So if she's in milk now,
yes.
While Margot is still just giving Molly all her milk, right?
We calf share. We get about half of.
Are you calf sharing now? Because is that started already? Okay.
Yes.
So. But if Honey's in milk now, how did that work? It's because she's pregnant now.
It's because she had calved before.
Okay.
And you keep her in milk the entire time, even when you she went through AI.
So about 60 days after they calve, you do AI, and so they will become pregnant again. But
they'll stay in milk the whole time. As long as there's a demand for milk, they'll stay in milk.
Okay.
So as long as you're milking, they will continue to give you milk.
Okay. So a dairy cow, it's while it's a heifer, it won't be in milk until it's been pregnant that first time.
Yes. So with Molly, it'll be about a year and a half whenever we breed her.
And then about 4 weeks to about a month to about 2 weeks before they give birth, they'll come into colostrum. And then from that point on, you can keep them in milk.
Yes. But then in order to give the fat, so whenever they're pregnant, you have to, they take all the fat from their body. So it's not like beef cows. So beef cows take all their fat and they store it in their body. So for milk cows, they take the fat that they get from eating all of the grass and everything else, and they actually put it into their milk. So you actually have to, it's called drying them up. So you stop milking completely about 60 days before they calve.
That way they can dedicate all that to their body condition, the body score, and then the calf.
Yep. So all the fat that would normally be going to the milk will in turn go into their body and to the baby. So that's kind of how that works. That's a lot of the times why I get a lot of comments about my cows looking really skinny. And that's why, because they don't store fat like beef cows do. They're bred to have milk. And so that's where the fat goes into, is the milk. But so that's why they look the way that they do.
Yeah, and I had read somewhere or studied or something that dairy cows actually burn calories a lot faster than beef cows.
They do. Yes, they do.
Living a rogue life, when they come into colostrum, we allow the baby to get the first colostrum, and we ensure that they eat within the first about an hour of them being born. But after that, after about the second day or so of them working on colostrum, we'll start milking some of the colostrum, and we'll freeze it in case something's needed at a later date.
So we will actually freeze it and save it for if honey calves in February and for some reason something's going on with the calf and it's not able to nurse, we will have that colostrum stored up
without buying a synthetic colostrum replacement from the farm store.
I don't like that at all, and it is absolutely not the same. So we have spares in case it's needed for other animals.
That's great.
So a question about your dairy cows, and I do have a story for this, which is why I'm asking. The first time that you went to milk, did you know what you were doing, or you had to learn?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I had to learn. I did. I watched a lot of YouTube videos on it, but nothing compares to actually doing it yourself. It took a lot of trial and error, and thankfully, Margot was very, very patient with me. And I love that cow because. So Honey, whenever she stands for me for milking, she stands like almost like her legs are almost like on her udders, and for I guess Margot, she stands almost like legs opened.
Yeah, she's ready for milking. She'll go in, she'll like rock side to side, spread the legs, and she's like, all right, let's get this over with.
She was very, very gracious with me. So I'm thankful that she was at least our first milk cow. So it was rough at the beginning. And we had this tiny little milk pail too with it.
Oh yeah, we did. I forgot we upgraded
big
that.
Time. It only held less than a gallon of milk, and with a Jersey who gives you like 4 gallons of milk per milking, it wasn't enough. So I had to milk 2 of the quarters and then dump it into a whole nother separate thing, and then milk the other 2 and then dump that into the other one and bring all of that in all at once.
So yeah, she'll hand strip by hand, but we do cheat. We use a machine.
Oh, thank goodness, yes. And I love my milk machine.
We got to move along then. I thought this was legit.
No, it is legit. We got a lot of milk. So do you sell your milk, or do you?
We do.
We do. Awesome. Here in Missouri, we're allowed to sell our milk straight to either they can come here to the homestead and buy it from us here, or we have to sell it straight to the consumer. Yep. So there's too many hoops and crazy things to have to go to in order to put it at like
a farmer's market or anything else like that. I think
there's pointless.
As of 3 years ago, there was only one raw milk dairy left in the state of Missouri because of how many laws that they've written in to commercially sell it.
It's just ridiculous.
But they do allow people like us to sell directly from farm or directly to consumer without a license, without any issues.
Which we do. And we sell a lot of our milk to our church family. I actually every Sunday after service, it'll be like Chelsea's farm stand out in the parking lot. And so everybody will come and get their eggs and their milk and go on home afterwards.
I like it. I like giving back to the people. Blessing people with the things God has blessed you with is awesome.
Oh, yeah. And we don't really take a lot of the so the money that we get from our sale of eggs and milk, we actually put back into the feed, and whatever we have left over after we pay for the feed, we actually
just give
put towards our church.
That's awesome.
So, I mean, we really don't make anything off of it.
Yeah. So my story about milking, and the reason why I was asking, I didn't know you guys were cheating. I thought
no cheating. That's legit. That's not she sits there and does that.
Well, I can't actually. My hands don't work very well. I have something called, I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. It's called Raynaud's. And it's a condition that makes
with that.
Yeah, my hands go numb and my fingertips go really, really cold. And I can only hand milk for so long.
Turn white, like the tips turn white.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Eric, we're very familiar with that. Eric started having that happen to him about 3 years ago.
Yep.
And I was like, hey, this is what this is. And he's like, it's fine. I mean, the littlest bit of wind starts coming. It gets cold. Yep. They start, and he's like, my fingertips are going white. I'm like, yeah. So he always says he's like, we should go to Alaska. We should move to Alaska one day. That's a dream. And I'm like,
yeah, Monica's like, you want to lose your fingers?
Yeah. I'm like, you want fingers?
She's dramatic.
No.
Moving right along.
That's legitimately what it is. Like I am a really huge fan of like crochet, but I can only crochet for so long too before my fingers they just give out on me. My whole hands, it's pointless. I would love the hand milk. I just can't.
The Cow Emporium said they'd go to jail if they sold raw milk, and that's a shame.
Insane. I know. It's so sad because it's so good for you too. You get all that good bacteria.
It's the thing is, it's control. And the more control and the more guidelines that are put in place by the government, it makes it more difficult for the small farmer that is just, I always tell people, especially we try to help families that are coming out of like the urban or suburban type lifestyle, coming into homesteading, to try to walk alongside of them, help them kind of educate based upon what we've done to trial and error. And, whenever they ask, usually their goal is money oriented. So they ask, like, which cows will bring you the most money, or which types of pigs bring you the most money. And I always tell them, most people who farm and do it because they like it is not about the money.
Not at all.
The people who are doing it as a job or a career, you have to have so much property and be able to turn them so quickly and have such a little amount of money that you're putting out, which means you need, especially with cows, it means you need thousands of acres. So you don't have to buy hay. You just cut them or you rotate them around. And, so anyway, I try to steer people away from making money piece. It's more about
that's what we talked about when it came to it. When we were trying to figure out what we're going to do, we realized that it's not about making money. It's about not spending money.
Yeah. That's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's right.
And
Mike,
honestly,
I could tell you were extremely intelligent, and that right there solidified that for me. Everybody that thinks Mike is extremely intelligent and has an awesome beard, give a thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up for both.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do I have to do that too? Here.
Yes. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Celtic Roots Farm says, we sell raw chicken milk. It's very expensive though because of the difficulty in milking. To which Alicia followed up, leave it to Alicia. We knew she was coming in. Those chickens have such tiny teats, she said.
What movie is it? Leave It to the Fockers? Where they're talking about,
it's Meet the Parents.
Meet the Parents,
and it's
talking about milking a cat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Wicked Awesome Gardening. So my brother thinks he's going to move to Arizona and start with chickens and goats and pigs and thinks he's going to make a bundle. He has never seen a goat outside of a petting zoo.
No.
And unfortunately, that's what happens a lot of times is the people think this is going to be such a moneymaker. And then you realize that
it's not.
It's just going to give you a chance to survive and maybe just pour into others,
See, the reason that we started it, honestly, was just because we wanted to have control over what we were putting into our own bodies. It wasn't about, hey, let's make all this money. It was like, hey, raw milk, this is great for my family. Hey, garden, whenever it actually produces anything, it's good for us to eat, It's not about making money or anything like that. It's just mainly about nourishing our bodies and providing the best quality food for our kids.
Yeah.
Let me say hi real quick to Betty Jean. Hello, thank you for joining us. And then Abby was here as well, which was
Abby's Life on the Farm.
Abby's Life on the Farm. I think Abby's new to the channel, so thank you. If you're just joining us, we have Mike and Chelsea from Vision Acres, and we of course are
asking some questions.
Eric and Monica. Make sure you hit that thumbs up.
Have you tested
Subscribe
it
if you
yet?
haven't. Go check out their channel for everybody else.
Yeah.
And we'll continue. That was our little commercial break.
A commercial break. So did you get more coffee? Did you get more coffee?
Hey,
no, I got a glass of milk.
Our milk has been a
now he's just
little off
rubbing it in.
lately, though. Is
Do
it
you
off
know-
or is it okay?
That's great. What's that?
Okay.
You know why it would be off? If you feel does it-
Dietary changes, time of the year. Grasses aren't coming in the way they were supposed to be.
The good grass isn't coming in. We have onion grass out there
And
that is,
Ooh.
yeah, that's not fun.
So it's time to start busting out some hay.
Yes.
I hear you.
Yeah.
So
Some of it's tainted.
one of the things, as I said, as we work with people trying to come into this type of lifestyle, one thing that we notice with people that are new into it is they don't know how to, what would the word be? Kind of like regulate what they're doing. In other words,
Oh,
they
yeah.
overextend on what they're trying to do. So they go out and get 5 goats and 10 pigs and 3 cows and 2.5 horses. The half horse is a little miniature thing. What good are they, by the way?
They're pretty. They look like they're from the 80s.
Okay. Anyway.
With their punk rock hair.
But so that's my question to you with your homestead when you started living this life. Did you find yourself overextending or
Well, no, she says yes. We never found ourselves overextending. We found out real quick she had a chicken addiction. So she bought a couple, and then a couple more, and then a lot more, and then a lot more,
cows.
and then we
There's
bought
nothing wrong
cows.
with that.
It was like a gateway animal.
It was a lot. So, I mean, we've been here for only a year and a half. And now we have 3 dairy cows, 1 beef cow. We have like 100 chickens, 8 turkeys. I mean, like what I'm saying, like we kind of like dove in head first and never
like
stopped.
I said earlier, 50 of those chickens are just temporary. We've already done 50 earlier in the year. This is going to be our second
We
batch
did.
of 50 for 100 chickens to last us through the whole year. And
Well, we also sell it too for anybody who wants it out here as well. So,
so you mean they come and butcher it and take home themselves?
oh, yeah,
It's already been recorded, my friend.
Right.
Can't
I
go
know.
back now.
that's not illegal here.
Chicken is.
No, it's not. Beef is.
Okay.
Chicken is not.
It's illegal to sell the chicken or sell
Mm-mm.
beef.
You
Beef.
can't.
Yeah,
you can't
you have
do
to.
beef.
You can't sell beef. You have to take it to a butcher. They have to pick up whatever percentage of the beef that they sold.
That's a
Oh.
whole.
So when we
thing.
did our last beef cow, we didn't pay
Mm-hmm.
anything because we sold like percentages of beef instead of like a quarter beef or half beef. People wanted to like, hey, I want like 20 pounds of that. I'm like, sure, get it from the butcher. But we didn't pay
Oh.
anything because they paid all of our stuff.
Got it.
I'm
Okay.
just gonna keep going like this.
Yeah. They covered it all. That's totally fine. Thanks for being here, Carla, from Living a Rogue Life. It's awesome. Thank you so much.
Well, good night.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I forgot what question I was going
Well,
to
I have
ask.
another question. So, okay.
Is this going to be a good
Do
question?
you have how much land do you have?
5
Yeah.
acres.
5 acres. You do a lot for 5 acres. That's awesome.
Yeah, we utilize pretty much every
Every
little
bit of
inch.
That's awesome. That's really good.
Except the front yard.
We do leave the front yard. Well, the front yard's got 7 apple trees in it that aren't
Yeah.
fully developed yet. We planted last year or this year?
Ooh, March
March of this
April,
year.
something
So
like that.
in a couple of years they'll be developed, but we leave the front yard for the kids.
Mhm.
I was gonna say
Make
it's
sure
being
that they
used.
have a place to go play.
If you've got kids, then it's being used.
Which is funny because they normally just run around the milk stand or the milking parlor anyway. And
Yeah,
just help
or
with-
chase chickens. Or
Mhm.
now that we have a calf in the field, they run out there and the calf
That's
chases
true.
them, and then they chase the calf. And
Eh,
It's great. Look,
we tried to have a space for them.
baby calves are great. Well, that's the thing too. Like our kids don't go into the pasture very often. We try to keep them.
Mhm.
We try to keep them, in the yard if we can. But if they need to go into the pasture, they'll go in there and they'll play baseball sometimes or whatever because there's other.
That's
but they
cute.
know the cows are curious and they definitely want to come over. And when you've got 20 head of cattle in one space, they're going to come running for you. So they kind
they
of.
know to stay away from our steer.
Yeah, they don't mess with Billy at all because he's awful.
He'll start scratching and digging horns, and
And
he's
huffing
ready
and
to
puffing.
he's ready to go.
and-
Oh, I
He
saw him
talks
run up
too
and down.
much, though, I'm telling you.
I saw him run up and down
he
the fence
doesn't.
line.
Yeah.
So
What I laugh about is they'll be on the other side and they'll be like nan and boo, and I'm going making faces at him and
He'll
yelling at him,
lunge.
and he'll lunge, and I'm like, y'all realize there's only 4 strands of electric poly rope between you and those horns. I can't promise that's going to keep him back all the
God,
time.
he's such a baby. He will not go near it at all. He hates the fence. So either way, I don't know. I will say that my favorite all-time video, honestly, Of mine.
Where you shot him?
I got to shoot him with that paintball sprayer thing.
No,
It's a fly spray ball that you put in a paintball gun and you shoot them to get rid of horn flies.
Oh, I was way
So
too excited
she had too
about
much
that.
fun shooting him. She's like, he's evil. She got to shoot him.
that is
It was
crazy.
the best thing in the world.
That's awesome. Okay, so Celtic Roots said, I was told you're supposed to have 1 acre per head of cattle. Is that about right? Unless you're supplementing with hay. So we don't
yeah.
typically have that many on our acreage either.
Well, yeah, I mean to answer that, it's your region. It's based upon your region.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So down here in Texas, they recommend 2 acres per full grown cow in order to get away from having to feed hay.
Now
Correct.
you all have the dairy cows. Is that less or more for dairy? Is it different?
No, it's the same, if not a little bit more.
Yeah, it's about 1 acre per cow. But the thing with us is that they actually, how do I explain it?
We supplement.
Well, we do, but we don't have to. We actually we end up having to at least mow the field 3 times
Yeah, a year.
because they don't eat all of it.
Well, our dairy cows are spoiled. They get supplemented
They
on
do.
alfalfa, so they eat a lot of
They
alfalfa.
do. But
Our-
it also makes the milk taste a lot better
Yes.
as well.
Yeah.
And our beef cow is a Dexter, so he's about half the size of a full size beef cow.
Yeah.
So we actually had 2 Dexters on about an acre, and all the rest were on almost 3 acres. So it's still that's not an acre a cow still, roughly.
I don't. It depends on how you graze them too. Like if you do the
you
mob
can strip
grazing
graze,
and
mob
everything else like
graze.
that, you don't have to do 1 acre per cow, because if you're confining them to one spot and then moving them as well, which we will be starting to do
More
next year,
Yep.
whenever we can get rid of the other pain in the butt.
The beef cow.
When you say moving them, you're talking about like a rotational graze?
Yeah, rotational grazing, strip grazing, or mob grazing them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
now that I can find out that my cow shelter can actually be moved with them too, so
Yeah.
I'll be able
So-
to make sure.
My next question is, how many acres are dedicated to the chickens?
All
The
of them.
chickens are free range.
So all of them.
It's all theirs.
Including
okay,
my porch.
Yeah, I
and-
try to sit on my front porch and I got chickens at my feet.
Yeah, we feel
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
We
Mhm.
understand.
So I see. So they're like the favored child that can never do anything wrong.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So to plug you as well, what social media are you on? Where are you? And just what social media are you on where people can find you and follow you besides YouTube?
Facebook and Instagram.
Yes.
Okay.
I think those are the only 2, right?
Yeah,
I think.
well, you run
I think.
Instagram, so
Yes.
I just know of Facebook and YouTube.
So are your links for Instagram and Facebook in your videos?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yep.
good. So we can go to that. Okay, good. And then, okay, so I know you do essential oils and stuff, but I'm going to ask this question first, and maybe I'll go back to the Crunchy Mama stuff because I love that.
We're gonna say hi to Crazy Ed real quick.
Hey, Crazy Ed, he just came in.
Hi.
Okay, so before I start talking about any other Crunchy Mama stuff, I wanted to ask you, where do you see your homestead? Where do you see your channel? Where do you see yourselves in 1 year? And then where do you see yourselves in 5 years? Do you guys have a plan? Do you have?
All right, so in 1 year, I see us on September 30th of 2022 doing a 1 year follow up with Bland's Promised Land Ranch live.
I
Yes.
was trying to figure out where you were going with that. I was like,
She was like, wow, he's really got a great plan. He's come up with it so fast.
yeah, that's not normal.
And then we
Did
will
we just-
speak about how much we've winged this and where we're currently standing.
Well,
We all want to catch up to the Mennonite farmhouse and be at 1,000.
Actually, we've been really blessed with this. We've been doing this since May, and we've got
May of 2020.
May of this year.
Last year.
No, YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Okay, I was either you're talking
She's
about
talking
the
about our
homestead.
channel.
She
Your
said
channel.
all of it.
For all of it, any of it.
Okay. All right, so hopefully the house is still here, so I'll still be living here.
Maybe
I'll
We'll talk
probably
about
have
it.
another 100 chickens,
Yeah.
and we will
I
have
can
another
see that.
cow by then. No, but seriously, I don't know. In all honesty, we live every day, day to day.
Mhm.
We
I don't
we
know.
try to enjoy life. I hate planning something out because then you get stressed out if something doesn't go the way it's supposed to go, and
I don't get stressed out anymore. Honestly, the way I see it is that if it's meant to be, it'll be meant to be.
Mhm.
Because all of this came from God in the first place. Like this should not have happened at all. Even him and I, like we should have absolutely never.
Yeah, I don't
met.
know how I meet a Missouri girl in Colorado when I come back from deployment. Like I just,
it
doesn't make sense.
It was, I don't know. We constantly like say it was a God thing because it was. But honestly, I mean, the only reason that we have what we have is because of him. So, I mean, we're just kind of going with the flow. Whatever comes. So, as far as plans, I don't think we have one. I think we're just going to continue to
Spread love.
Yeah.
That's pretty enjoy
much
ourselves, try to make people happy and help.
I do a lot of this,
we're not
only
planners.
I do a lot of this not only to help other people learn or to see like what I do either. I wanted to do this strictly as a home movie base for like seeing where, what we were doing like a year ago, or like even the kids. Like I plan on doing because Aubrey, our 9-year-old. Exactly.
We don't have plans. God does.
Exactly.
We just have to listen. That's all there is to it.
Well, but I want to go on the same lines as that, because I know like we used to have like VHS tapes, stacked of like birthday parties and all that stuff. And that's kind of what I want, but it's all on one site. So like Aubrey's birthday, our almost 9-year-old, her birthday's on Sunday, but she's also getting baptized on Sunday too. So I'm like, I plan on actually, recording a lot of that.
Sharing
that
it
way,
with everybody. It's
awesome.
That way I have it there for myself, but other people can watch too. So
yeah. Eric said that before about our channel. He's like, this is such a cool way to look back and to see our family growing. We did the wedding video for our son getting married in May because we thought, why not? Everybody that's been a part of our lives through Instagram, Facebook, wherever, they can see our family growing and expanding. And it's such a great way to look back on it. So
yeah. And especially since VHS tapes are not a thing anymore.
Yes, but that doesn't stop people from still having them. Like
valid point.
She's a hoarder. Okay. So outside of Monica being a hoarder, let's shift gears for a second.
Those are pretty strong words.
Man,
I know.
That's the truth. Truth hurts.
I'm not
sometimes.
a hoarder. I'm a keeper of precious things.
There you go. Step number one. Admit you have a problem.
Okay. I'm a keeper of precious things.
Well, see, you always do that to me.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is uncomfortable silence.
No.
Yes, Jazz. Calls them children. I agree.
Oh, that's what I wanted to ask was anybody that's out there that's listening still, if you have any questions for Mike and Chelsea, we'll get that in just a second. But if you have any questions, just make sure you hit at Bland's Promised Land Ranch so we can see it pop up. All right, so here's a question from Jackie Saylor. I don't know, can you see it on the screen there, Mike?
Yeah, I see it. So my older kids live in Virginia, where I'm originally from.
With their mom.
Mm-hmm. So I see them over the summers and during Christmas when we go see them. Now, my oldest daughter, she's almost 18. She does what a teenager is going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay.
Okay.
What else? Anybody else got any questions out there before Monica gets crazy? Please save me before she gets to the crunchy mama stuff.
What? I'm not. What are you talking about?
Celtic roots, love God, love people. Boom. That's all there is to it.
Absolutely.
Yep. Mic drop. Boom.
All right.
Okay. So you don't have pigs yet. Are you planning on getting pigs ever?
We have talked about doing pigs, and that's why she's grinning year to year.
Well, because that's the only thing we don't have, because we have a freezer stocked of chicken, we have a freezer stocked of beef, and the only thing we don't have is pork. So I'm like, if I can just get some pigs, I'd rather do it during the summer so that whatever.
I'm not wintering a pig.
No, well, true, but with as big of a garden as we have, hopefully next year it'll be way better than this year. And then whatever we don't use, I could toss over to the pigs and use as free food for them too. Mm-hmm. So. Plus, with all the milk, oh my goodness, that pig will get fat real fast.
Okay, so Alicia has a question. She said, we all know Monica and Eric have a blended name, Erica. What is your blended name?
I don't think we've ever had one.
Is it Melcy? Chike. No, that's weird.
Oh, that sounds bad.
Melsey's
Melsey's got to be the one.
Melsey's got to be it. Chike is weird. How did Chelsea find out about the sister she never knew about?
Okay, so this is. Do you want to do the full story?
Okay, so we were on our way back from church one Sunday last December, and I got a message out of nowhere that said, "Hey, I think you're my sister. My dad's name is so and so," and I was like, "Okay, like, oh sure." Y'all, my dad passed away last March, so apparently her mom told her who her dad was
after he had passed
with the obituary.
So,
Wow.
yep, this is your dad.
So apparently, and I don't. Everybody on my dad's side of the family knew about her except for me and my aunt. So that's kind of where that came from. It was like a whole giant thing.
Yeah, she messaged, we called around, said it can't be true, and then her aunt's like, no, that's definitely not true, don't listen to her. And then she called back and she goes, hold up a minute.
Well,
apparently everybody knows.
Because my dad and I didn't have the best relationship. It was not, I mean, it was very toxic.
Mm-hmm.
So he used to always throw it in my face all the time, be like, you're not my only daughter, you know, but it always sounded like it was just kind of a snub kind of thing. And so I was like, well, he always told me that I wasn't the only one, and I guess I really wasn't. So now that I know, she contacted me last December, and we got to talking, found out that she was pregnant. So I have a nephew, which is really awesome. And he's super cute. His name is Oliver, and he's by far the cutest baby. He's adorable.
Cuter than your own kids?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, here.
One day your kids are going to grow up and watch this
wait.
video, and then they're going to be like, Mom and Dad, what in the world?
They'd be like,
That's okay.
Well, especially
my best friend found out in her late 20s she had a brother, and it turned out to be your cousin. No, that's
that's crazy.
Can you tap on it? Can you tap on the thing?
I gotta.
There you go.
Can I see?
There you
go. Oh my goodness, so cute.
He's just so cute.
Aw, he's so cute. He's looking in the big screen. We have a bigger screen here. Aw, he's so cute.
Yeah, she sends me pictures and videos all the time. Whenever my phone decides it's actually going to tell me I have a message.
Okay, so I won't ask about the crunchy stuff because Eric will get bored. But before
What's the crunchy stuff?
Because I was going to ask, I saw that she was into essential oils because your last live, you had a headache because there were like robbers at your door. And that's me exaggerating. But she was like, oh my gosh, he went to go get I think he's taking the weapon and going outside. And Scott from Ramming with the Brooms is like, let's go, bring it. Let's go see it. I'm like, no. And then she's like, put the doTERRA on, put the deep blue on. And I'm like, I knew I liked her.
Put the
deep blue.
Deep blue on the problem people?
No, not on the teenagers.
No, because I had a nasty headache.
Like
so Eric, I don't know how your house looks, but my house has kind of vomited essential oils everywhere. There's bottles there and there and there.
Oh, I'm absolutely not ashamed.
No, I also sell bags. So I sell 31 as well. So I have my doTERRA in bags.
See?
I organize mine. See, look.
Oh, I love doTERRA. I just recently started really getting into it. I used to use like off-brand, like I think it was the Now essential oils is where I used to. I was like, oh, this stuff's really good. And then my friend Christy from our church, she goes, here's some for you to try. And I compared the peppermint because I am a huge peppermint.
You know who else says here's some to try? Yeah.
Shut up.
Drug dealers.
You know what?
So
oily mamas are just one step up from drug dealers, okay?
It works. At least it's healthy.
She's got a cookbook. She opens up, she goes, man, my toes hurt. And then she's flipping through, she goes, oh, orange peel and sage and
I have that
peppermint will fix my toe. And I'm like,
you have it too, don't you, Monica?
I do.
And it's like my favorite thing in the world. I look for it every time. Yep. I've been like going crazy with my On Guard and everything else like that for days now because it's been horrible.
Yep.
Now I understand trying to use oils. I love trying to do stuff naturally. I do. So like she's had this sinus thing going on all day.
It's been.
And she's been trying to use the oils and it's not going.
Mhm.
I said, babe, I got this Navage. I don't know if you know what a Navage is. It's a sinus flush.
Y'all, it's
so you know,
horrible.
like a neti pot, you pour down one
Oh, like
side.
a neti pot. Mm-mm.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
Navage sucks.
It's one that actually
The
sucks.
Navage sucks on one side and shoots through the other side. So it's like a pressure washer.
He's been doing this thing for like a year, and I'm like, I can't do that. I was like, there's no way.
She
but
tries it for the first time. She turns on. She's like,
I threw up in my sink. It was so bad.
That's
And
like
then
brain
after that, I'm
problems.
sitting there. I'm like, I always have it in my throat now. I'm like, I can't do it. I was like, and I got through maybe like this much, and I was like, there's no way. And he goes, just go ahead and finish it. I was like, absolutely not. That is the worst feeling I've ever had in my entire life.
Oh my goodness. Well, I got to ask before we go too. I got to ask, did you ever clear up what was going on with the people outside of your house?
oh,
He
they
never
haven't been
showed up.
back.
Okay, so your creepers haven't been back.
Well, see,
Not yet.
our problem is right across the street we have a Masonic cemetery. So I've got like 600 graves right across the street.
Yeah.
And so it's a haunted cemetery
Well,
of the town.
you have to describe it this way. Like our driveway is here. You have the road, and then the driveway or the
it's
entrance
directly
is-
across from
It's
ours.
literally there, the same thing.
So
Got it.
during the summers and stuff, there's typically teenagers that go over there and start. They'll literally do like seances
Yeah.
and go searching in the night looking
It's
for
sketchy.
the boogeyman. So I'll
Mhm.
see him out there and I'll crawl across my yard, go through the field next door, go under a barbed wire fence.
Mhm,
Yeah.
he does.
And
Not even
I'll pick
kidding.
up rocks and I'm like chucking rocks in there and like, hey, did you hear that? Did you hear that? And then I'm hiding behind trees and jumping out behind them. Like she tells me to stop because she says I'm gonna get shot one day.
He is. One of these times they're gonna be like, "Oh crap!" shh," and like shoot him, and I'm like, "No, I'd rather you not die today. Thank you."
That sounds like a pretty good video right there.
Dying to get into
You
that.
you need to get a video of that, Chelsea. You'll be like, here's Mike outside, Army Colonel, to mess with the ghost hunters across the
He does
street.
it all the time. So now people talk about like the person. They're like, "Oh yeah, the ghost in black," and I'm like, "You idiots! It's just him."
Yeah, it's me. I chased them out of there. They didn't think that they saw what they saw, so they came back, and I happened to have a big old black Stetson on. I was wearing a black long sleeve shirt. I was all blacked out with blue jeans on though, and I'm standing behind a pillar, and I hear the car coming back, so I step back there and I hide. And as soon as they turn in, I just step out, and I'm looking down. I look up like the Undertaker, real slow. They were done. Like they were absolutely done. The car went in reverse. They're screaming, spinning tires.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Look,
All the
Elise
legends are him.
Elisa's got all the gray t-shirts tonight. A ghost in black, put it on a tee. And
Yes,
Scott's,
Alicia.
Scott's coming to visit. He wants to go. Or Daz says he's going to one up Alicia and say it's called Creepy Mike.
merch.
Hey, it's Creepy Mike from Vision Makers.
Well, I might be able to get it on video here soon too, because it bumps up real good around like
Halloween time.
Halloween.
I am busy on Halloween.
I bet.
You
Yeah.
need to get a GoPro and wear that mess. Like, just wear it and then just get these people. That would be amazing. I'm telling you, you're going to be at Leanne level in like a hot minute.
That's what you need to do right there.
Oh,
Well, look,
goodness.
it's 10 o'clock. It's about our time. We really appreciate you guys coming on. Monica said that you guys do a live. Would you care to share with everybody when you do live?
Usually it's Saturdays. Are we gonna do it at the same time?
Yeah, I think the later time worked out rather well, which
Yeah.
was that 7 Central?
I think it was 7.
Yeah, we've been trying to mess around because during the week there's so many lives.
There is.
Yeah.
Saturdays are pretty empty, so we started.
Mandy, yes, Mandy, you
Maybe
can
once you
join
join
in. You actually have to like stay the night though.
Yeah. So Saturdays we were doing it earlier, but we moved it to 7 o'clock at night on Saturdays. So I think that's the time we're gonna stick with.
Cool.
All right.
Very nice.
Well, everybody that's in here, make sure you go check out Vision Acres.
Yes.
Mike,
Thank you so much for being here.
Mike and Chuck.
Thanks for inviting us.
Why? And then you're right in my ear, so I can't finish what I'm trying to say.
We love it.
So make sure you check them.
Go. Come on.
Okay. Thank you. So thank you for. I don't know. Okay. Yes. Thank you for coming on. We appreciate you guys. Thank you to everybody who was able to bear with us with all of our IT difficult issues
Oh my
tonight.
gosh. Yeah.
We really appreciate you guys hanging in there. And make sure you hit that subscribe button, like button. Check out us. Check out Vision Acres on Instagram, Facebook,
And YouTube most of all.
YouTube. Thank you guys so much once again. Mike and Chelsea. Hope to see you guys again in September 30th, 2022.
Yeah.
Put it on
We'll be there.
put it on your calendar. So thank you everybody for joining in. Everybody have a fantastic night, and then we'll get to catch you next week.
Yeah.
Hey, who likes good visitors from Missouri?
Farmers' wives do.
Farmers do.
Thank you.
Till
See ya.
next time.
God bless.
See ya.
Peace.
You're such a goober.